right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good morning, everyone. We are back here for this morning's video. Happy Tuesday out there. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Firstly, taking a look at your temperature map, and it is pretty mild on the eastern side of the country. We have, we got 70s and 80s down south, and we got 40s and 50s there. But then, you go up here in the northwestern part of the country, and it is extremely cold, teens and 20s. Now, for our area, we have some mild temperatures right now for your start to the day. It's actually pretty mild out there. 39 in Sioux Falls. We got 36 in Watertown, 32 in Aberdeen. We got 34 in Pierre, 30 out in Rapid. And so you can see that a lot of that colder air is going west to east here. It's only a matter of time before the eastern regions will get impacted by this cold weather. 43 in Grand Island, 48 in Omaha. We got 52 in Des Moines, 48 in Fort Dodge, 46 in Spencer. So it's significantly warmer in Iowa. And then in Minnesota, 43 in Mankato, 39 in St. Cloud, 37 in Marshall, 43 in Fairmont, 46 in Albert Lea. Let's switch over now to the radar picture, and man, we got a lot to talk about here. All right, switching over here to the radar picture. I'm turning the radar here just for a second. We got to look at the alerts that we have going on here. And as you can see, we got a lot of blue and red on your screen. Well, what does that mean? Well, Aberdeen, Mulbridge, Watertown, Brookings, goes almost to Del Rapids, Huron, and then it goes into Minnesota, Worthington, Fairmont, Albert Lea, and then up towards northwestern Minnesota. We have a winter weather advisory that is in effect here. So here's what it says. Snow expected, total snow accumulations between 2 and 4 inches. Anywhere in this blue, so if you're in the blue shaded area, expect at least 2 to 4 inches of snow, maybe even more. Winds gusting as high as 45 miles per hour. Plan on slippery road conditions. Widespread blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility down to a half a mile at times. Hazardous conditions could impact Tuesday morning and Tuesday evening commute. Gusty winds could bring down tree branches. And so this is from, it says this is from 9 a.m. this morning, so as of about a half hour ago, to midnight tonight. So that is the area shaded in blue. So again, Aberdeen included there. And then we have this big shaded red area. Northeastern South Dakota is included. As you can see there, we got Sisseton, Britton, Webster, Wabae, Millbank. And it goes into a lot of big chunk of Minnesota, Minneapolis, Granite Falls, Marshall, St. Cloud, Duluth, Grand Rapids, all those areas in Minnesota under this winter storm warning. And this says total snow accumulations between 4 and 7 inches, winds gusting up to 45 miles per hour. Visibilities may drop below a quarter of a mile due to falling and blowing snow. Travel could be very difficult. Areas of blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. Hazardous conditions will impact Tuesday evening commute. Gusty winds could also bring down tree branches. It says rain turned to heavy snow from west to east this afternoon and tonight. Snowfall rates exceeding an inch per hour. And this could lead to blizzard conditions at times. Potent storm system will move across the area today and tonight. Rain transitioning to snow west to east as the cold air arrives. Periods of heavy snow are expected, rates around an inch per hour. And again, 6+ inches are expected in some of these spots. Anywhere from 6 to 10 inches of snow in some of these areas here in Minnesota. And maybe even northeastern South Dakota as well. So that is the latest there from the National Weather Service there on your winter weather headlines. Now, let's go ahead and jump to the radar picture. And as you can see, there is your rain and snow. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the different radar view. This actually shows you where the snow is. And as you can see, it is up to the north here. North Dakota is experiencing a lot of that snow, and it does extend into northeastern South Dakota. You know, Mulbridge is getting snow, Aberdeen, Sisseton, Redfield even seeing snow right now. And this activity is slowly moving to the east. And as you can see, if we put a loop on this radar picture, you can see where this thing is moving. You can see it's kind of swirling around that low pressure that we have over us. And yeah, just a lot of snow going on here across North Dakota, a large chunk of North Dakota into northeastern South Dakota. So Aberdeen is kind of right in the thick of this, right in the middle of this activity. And you know, the thing is, we're just getting started because this whole area in red yet has to experience this snow. Right now, a lot of it is just rain. But back to the west here, you know, up towards Sisseton, you know, Webster's kind of right on the edge there. Aberdeen and Mulbridge there, a lot of that snow activity. Again, we'll be moving in an easterly direction, as you can see there. That's the general loop there. How about the Sioux Falls area? Well, we are seeing some light rain showers that just passed through the Sioux Falls area. Del Rapids, Brandon, Canton, line there of some rain showers moving through Sioux Falls. That's about all Sioux Falls is going to get out of this system. Not really expecting much of anything. As you can see, Sioux Falls not under any kind of advisory or anything. All right, so looking at the latest on the HRRR model here, looking at your future radar. This is the current picture. Again, you got those rain showers going on, and on the back side of this system, you got the snow. And so as the system will continue to move to the east, looks like maybe as far back as Pierre even could see some snow, and Chamberlain maybe even down to Winter. And then up again, northeastern South Dakota, Redfield, Aberdeen, Sisseton, Watertown areas there, and then eventually into Minnesota. Now, what I find is interesting about this map, it actually does show Sioux Falls could see some snowflakes later today into this evening. I did find that interesting. This is brand new, by the way. This is we've been running the models for the last week, and it's been showing a snow system, but it has not shown Sioux Falls seeing any snow until now. This is the first model run that I've seen, and we've been looking at all of them. This is the first time that we've seen Sioux Falls getting some snow. So let's, there could be some isolated snow showers in Sioux Falls later today, this evening. Keep an eye out for that. It could happen. And then that system will move on into Minnesota and continue there, and then eventually move east by tomorrow. So tomorrow we get a break in the action. I will say there could be some light showers out west, Black Hills area. As you can see there, tomorrow out in the Black Hills area, there could be some light snowflakes. Otherwise, that is about it. We're just going to see plain cold weather. And if we look at the European model, well, jumping ahead here a little bit, again, Thursday, your Thanksgiving forecast looking pretty good overall, looking pretty dry there. Now, once we get towards Friday morning, that is when things start to change again. We start to see another low pressure system coming from the west, and as a result, looks like we got another chance, another hit of snow going to be possible on Friday across northwestern South Dakota, central South Dakota, maybe even down towards Sioux Falls there. And then the snow kind of just expands across South Dakota and Iowa and Minnesota, Nebraska, North Dakota. I mean, it's this entire region seeing some widespread snow. And look at that by Friday night into Saturday morning. That is quite a lot of widespread snow. Now, accumulations, we still don't know yet how much exactly we'll be getting out of this, but it does look like there will be snow. That's just the bottom line. There's going to be snow Friday into Saturday morning, and then by Saturday afternoon the system clears out across our area, mainly just staying put in Iowa. And then finishing out your weekend by Sunday, looks dry there, so we'll get a break in the action on Sunday. So again, the days we're watching mainly is for today, and then the next system coming in Friday into Saturday morning. And real quick here, I wanted to go over temperatures and what can you expect. Well, today is going to be a chilly day out there, I would say. 40s and 50s actually down in Iowa. It's going to be a little bit warmer down there. And even Minnesota here, southeast Minnesota, could be in the upper 40s. But for the rest of us, we got upper 20s and 30s. I'd say Sioux Falls is going to be a little bit warmer than that. I think Sioux Falls will be in the low 40s for a high today. We're already at 40 degrees this morning. So we're pretty much already at our high temperature for the day. And then how about tomorrow? Well, looks like 20s and 30s widespread across our region, mainly 20s for all of Minnesota, all of North Dakota, and 20s for most of South Dakota, southwest South Dakota in the 30s, and 30s to the south. And then on your Thanksgiving forecast, well, I think we'll be a little bit warmer in Sioux Falls. I think we'll be low 30s for a high on Thanksgiving. So mainly in the low 30s, maybe some 20s where we have the snowpack here across northeastern South Dakota into Minnesota. And then Friday, where we have the snow coming in, it's going to be in the 20s again for our area. And then how about Saturday? Well, it just keeps getting worse. You know, if you like mild weather, you're kind of out of luck now. Winter has arrived, and temperatures in the teens and 20s there by your weekend. And how about morning overnight lows in the single digits, even some below zero temperatures out near Mulbridge. And your Sunday, look at that. That is all we have for a high. Single digits up in northeast South Dakota, teens in Sioux Falls. And then by the time we get towards Monday, same story. Real quick, taking a sneak peek at next week's temperatures, long-range outlook here. How about Monday? Temperatures in the single digits. I would say probably not going to be that cold in Sioux Falls. We're probably looking at temperatures in the teens, maybe even that 10 to 15 degree range. That is still really cold. And look at some of these raw numbers. This is some of the raw data coming in from the model runs. This is certainly on the table. I would say, you know, a lot could still change in this, but this is some of the raw numbers. These are not wind chills. These are real temperatures. Overnight lows, Monday night into Tuesday morning, negative 20s up here in eastern South Dakota into Minnesota. Almost negative 20 in Sioux Falls there. And then Tuesday, teens mainly for a high, single digits in Minnesota and Iowa. Wow, that is quite the change of temperatures, and it doesn't get any better. You know, looking at next week, it's really looking really cold next week. So yeah, we don't see any signs of any kind of warmer weather anytime soon. So at least for the next 10 days, for the foreseeable future, we're looking at a very cold forecast for this time of the year. So that's going to do it for this morning's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give this video a like and drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Subscribe to our channel. And we'll be back for another video later today. Also be sure to follow us on Facebook and X. That is where we are the most active, and we'll be posting updates all day for you out there. We've already been posting stuff this morning. And also be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We go live on TikTok now as well. So we'll keep you guys updated, of course, as always. Stay safe out there. Please be safe and weather aware up to the north where we have the snow and the winter weather alerts. And we'll give you guys updates as we get them. Thank you for watching.